Hy's gebore in die land van wyn en koring, effens groot en pakkie bulle aan die horing. Hy stap daar met 'n blou ding in sy hand, toe hy dit suig, dink almal, die dorp is aan die brand. En hy sê lekker, lekker op sy plekke, en almal staan met oopgehangde bekke. Hy sê hoe's dit en hy vat nog 'n paar trekke, want dis lekker, lekker op 5 plekke. Sy sak hang swart en al die batterye, hy koop die sousie nie, hy maak sy eie. Sy diere sien die wolk en gooi 'n tuinslang oor die muur, maar het ruik so suurlemoen en het proe self bietjie suur. En hy sê lekker, lekker op 5 plekke, en almal staan met oopgehangde bekke. Hy sê hoe's dit en hy vat nog 'n paar trekke, want dis lekker, lekker op 5 plekke. En hy sê lekker, lekker op 5 plekke, en almal staan met oopgehangde bekke. Hy sê hoe's dit en hy vat nog 'n paar trekke, want dis lekker, lekker op 5 plekke.
Away, how do you like that? How did you like that intro? I thought I'd just change things up a bit, man. You must know. Just to keep things interesting for you oaks. Now that YouTube's against me doesn't mean that you oaks are against me, and you still deserve a little something special every now and then. So how's it? Welcome to another Wednesday winged session with the Zor man here from Cape Town. It's lekker coolies, that's why I got my, almost said Diablo, that's why I got my Deadpool shirt on you. Gives me a bit of extra 5 degrees Celsius heat, I'm telling you. So yeah, program for tonight is we're going to talk some balls again, like usual. And then we will go over to a lucky spin. I just want to make sure the sound is hunky-dory over there. I hate it when people shout over the mic. I just want to have a normal conversation, and you guys must hear me clearly. That's what it's all about. And then we were going to have the lucky spin, which will be this number, which will go up for the patrons, for the people that's decided to continue supporting this channel. You are going to get this untouched, limited Royal Queen Elizabeth II Titanic edition of Lekkerneck spoons. Metal, I tell you, it's metal. It's not plastic rubbish over here. So yeah, gold plated, 1 carat. But in any case, that will go up for a lucky spin. Let's quickly check. Vos Reyneke was hier in the house. Hallo, sê Vos. Tinus Otto's here. Paul Jansen van Vier and Marius Klein Hans. He's a happy chappy. He says he's got electricity. I think the whole South Africa's got electricity tonight. That's sweet bananas. There's Mr. Lord Hawkey juicing on some of Mr. Juice. Jaco Veldhuis suppies tonight all the way in the UK, Mr. Lord Hawkey. I saw your photos. You actually guys went to the Lost City on a perfect time where there weren't a lot of people, so you had nice quick access to everything. It was so interesting because I watched these photos which he took of them on their holiday. Yeah, no, definitely have sound. On their holiday to Lost City, and it is so strange because when we were there, you almost couldn't get into the Valley of the Waves. He's posted a picture, and I think there was a total of 11 or 12 people inside that were waiting for the wave to catch those waves. My goodness. So yeah, that must be lekker. That's the type of Sun City or Lost City which I enjoy. Not a lot of peeps, man. Tinus Otto says, rocking some Blimey and Stella for the win. Yes, man, yes. What do you want to say? Always rocking it in my Arbiter too. But that's not all I'm rocking. I also ordered some juices from IVC Mixer. And I'm going to tell you of the juices which I actually ordered, those which I can recommend. I must say I haven't tested this. I will test tonight. This is a sampler which he actually sent along. It is a Frosted Flakes, which I assume is a glazed Frosties, a glazed Kellogg's cornflakes type of situation, but it is going to be a breakfast. But I must say it does smell hunky-dory. Those which he thought I was going to like, I do not prefer above. The Passion Fruit Peach is very nice. That I enjoy. I actually finished the whole tank on the Arbiter on that. So there was liquor. And if you like cream soda, you're going to enjoy this cream soda lolly. This cream soda lolly is a number. Now remember, I did purchase these things. These things weren't sent, except that sampler. But those are the two which I recommend. Yeah, most certainly. Anywho, the other day, I went up to the shop. And I decided to get myself 3 samosas. You must know, South African most likes biltong braai, a bit of dop, and maybe occasionally a Gatsby, and then a few samosas, man. But they didn't have any of the nice sweet curry samosas, so I decided, cheese, let's go for a cheese and ham situation. And the lady behind the counter says, those samosas, they are but the best. Of course they're going to say so. So I purchased 3. I would have purchased 2. But she convinced me through sheer, pure, brilliant marketing. Put it that way. Manipulation of me. But in any case, I get home, I heat this up. Now, you know, if you take the first bite out of a samosa, mostly what you're going to get is you're going to get the dough. The second bite actually bites into the content as well, as with the crispiness. And here, mens, when I took that second bite, the first bite, I realized there was something not lekker. But I thought it might be a bit of a interesting cheesy which they included. And I took that second bite. Oh my word. Immediately I ran to the disposable bin. Shot the whole load in my mouth, skidded in there. And normally what I decide to do is I leave it and I give the rubbish to the dogs. But I thought this thing was so stinky that I'm not going to do it to my dogs. It's impossible. I might kill the Jack Russell because he's a small little dog. He doesn't have the surface volume per area to handle that kind of samosa. So I decided, now I'm going to take it back. Because I paid $40 for it. And it was on special. 3 samosas for $40. It's not those massive things, those pyramids of geisha, whatever they call it. In any case, I get to the top there. The lady does refund me. I told the other one, listen, pull all your samosas. You're going to kill people and you're going to definitely get sued. I can tell you now. So get rid of all the rubbish which is here. And so I just decided, just for nostalgic purposes, buy myself a packet of Soft Pack Camel, which I put inside my display. Just as a reminder to take me down that memory lane of the 23 years that I was a smoker. And I thought, this $40 should be fine. She rings up this packet of Camel. 62 kiesers. 62 rand. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I told my wife, how do people still smoke with the prices? And I know during lockdown the people paid up until 200, even 300 rand for a packet of smokes. I understand that. But it's not lockdown anymore. So that is what a normal price is for Camel Filter, it seems. Because if that's 62, normally it might be 55, around there, but it's ridiculous. So if I still continued smoking, it probably would have cost me about 2,000 a month just for me. And if my wife was still smoking, add another 1,200 rand for her. So thank goodness, vaping didn't only save my life, it saved my purse as well. Most certainly, oh my word. Even if you just go on disposables, you're going to be better off than smoking. Oh my lordy lord. Can you talk it over to someone? Damn it. Jaco Veldhuis, good evening Jaco. Seems like you Oaks enjoyed the vape meat at the top over there. The Vaping Snowman is inside the house. There's Peter Cook. Hello, Kazorians. Kopus Carpenter is here. Kopus Carpenter, one of the entries for tonight's giveaway. You guys have actually got a good chance. I think there's a total of 8 entries for this Vupu thing. 8 patrons. Hello, everybody. Zahir Jadeen. Good evening, Zahir. I see you posting some seriously nice vape trick videos these days on Facebook. You must actually, just for the sake of interest, tell me how you do that video where you actually color your rings, where you put that additional color afterwards. What program you actually use with that editing, because it looks flippin' cool. And if you guys haven't seen it though, just go and type in Zahir Jardine in Facebook and go and check out. He obviously posts the videos on his Facebook as well. But he does these great rings and things, but then he adds a coloration afterwards. Some other super effects, I assume, but it looks very nice. It looks good, man. There's hey, Mikhail Regal. Mikhail Regal, welcome there as well. Mr. Moritz could see he gave me a tinkle on Monday or Tuesday. So he's got the nice package, and Mr. Rob Fisher already received his. But the problem with Mr. Rob Fisher is he receives so many things. So he already had a white purge. If you guys haven't seen it, he received a white purge with a white atomizer, and he posted it on eSig SA forums. So go and check out that nice purge of his. But obviously in between he already received more things. Now he's on his Boxer, and I'm actually glad he did order that Boxer, because I knew that Boxer is going to be a great seller. And when I say 3D printed, they're 3D printed, because I've got one of them. I've got the 21700 here. And I think Moritz has also got Boxers. They are extremely well printed. And I will show you the machine which they use, by the way, to print these things. It's not these local, the garage joppies. It's not that thing from what Nico Libbe has, which you buy at Dion's for $6.99. These Oaks pay millions for their 3D printer. And I'm not exaggerating. They pay millions for their 3D printer. But hence the quality. Some other powder coated infusion done with the 3D printing. I don't know these technical terms. Moritz might be up there. Anywho, let's quickly still check over there. Do not want to neglect your Oaks. Your Oaks are super awesome. As per usual, there's Fee, jou lekker ding. Fee's here as well. Ja, kyk hoe kom die vlammetjies deur. Mens. Naand almal, hoop julle het 'n lekker vakansiedag gehad, says Mr. Dion Danhazer. There's Jaco Roots. Now, Jaco Roots is an old learner of mine. He's one of the earlier learners in my career at the school which I'm currently at though. So we connected up. He started vaping, left the smoking business, and he started vaping as well. And he came here, I think it's a Zeus. Yeah, Jaco, I almost forgot. Jaco was here, but I almost forgot I did forget to show him that O-ring which I picked up on the mat, which I think proper came out of his. But he says he doesn't have any leaking issues. He's got no problems with that thing. So I don't know what that mystery O-ring, where that is. I'll probably find out some other time if it comes out of one of mine which I cleaned. But as I said, it could have been there previously. Lord knows. But in any case, so he came here and asked me if I can re-wick his thing. And when I opened it up, the amount of cotton which the Oaks had in there, and he didn't do it. I'm not going to say the vendor, but obviously it is a vendor who did the wicking for Jaco. And I told him, nooit, ek sê, never. There is no way that you're going to enjoy this thing with this amount of wick. So I pulled out this wick. I could barely remove, and I'm not exaggerating again. I'm not a fisherman, so I don't exaggerate. I could barely get the cotton out of the coil. It's absolutely mental. So I just told him, no, thin out, this is how it must feel. That's how you must get the feeling inside. Not too loose though, but not too tight. Must slight tension when you pull it over through. Thin out your legs over there, blah, 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 blah. Increases the capillary action. I introduced him to 3565 juice. So yeah, and he's a happy chappy now. He said never has that thing vaped the way in which it vaped over there. And I'm glad. It just shows you can still actually learn people or teach people an old dog new tricks. So that's very nice. So Jaco, very much welcome to my patron. Thank you. I appreciate the support, Chomi. I appreciate it. Mr. Belgam, what is the name of this song? Which song? I've got no idea which song. The Afrikaans tune is Lekker op 5 plekke. the one which played the majority of the intro, which one of my moderators, Mr. Vos Reyneke, he's a musician, so he specially wrote it. And I'm decided I'm just going to use his tune from now on, because by the way, I get copyright striked for everything, and all my videos get pushed 18 plus age restriction, which means you can't search them on anymore. I don't know how long this platform is going to last, to be quite honest. If I see what is out there and what is allowed, and the amount of swearing and the amount of, what can I say, let's know, it's ridiculous that they target this channel. I mean, I thought this is one of the more wholesome channels, but not according to them. There is problem somewhere, and I will probably find out 7 May, hopefully what it is. But anywho, Mr. Lord Hawkie says, ja, Jaco Veldhuis. Jaco says, glad he's enjoying the juice, fee, comforts. Wat is die STNR goede? Hy is hy nom goede. The STNR goede is the goede which makes you feel calm, so you can handle any stressful situation. Adrian Blighnout's hier, lekker Adrian, Paul Jansen van Vieren, welcome, Monne Phillies, welcome. Ek dink Elon moet YouTube ook koop. I think Elon Musk, he should have rather bought YouTube. I'm sure. We would be better off. There would be so much more drama on YouTube. That would be actually crazy. How was the flight back to the UK? Maurits gesê, Kaiser need a good 22mm MTL tank. I need a good, Maurits, you've got more than enough stuff. I've listed quite a few 22mm the other day for somebody. And that's including the Vertex and the Pioneer and the Berserker 2. And what else did I had a huge list over there, which I did. And yeah, and then somebody tells me, nogal, of all people, Nico tells me, but I ignored him. He tells me, no, the Aries 2 is also a 22mm. Skim nooit, Nico. That's your go-to MTL. It's a 24, Chommy. At least a 24. It's between a 24 and a 25. This number, I'm vaping on it. And I just checked it, Chommy. So no, this is definitely not a 22mm. But there's quite a few. The Precisio as well. Maurits, you should like it. The Precisio is a beautiful MTL RTA. It's beautiful. It's very much nice. It's got a very awesome look to it though. I can actually show you. I can get the Precisio at the back of the thing. The Precisio is beautiful, man. It's very classy. Which is something which would fit with you. You must extremely classy. Just check out this out, man. Here, die stoel maak my mos kinderlik boos. Die ou stoel. But there's the Precisio. It is absolutely stunning stuff. Okay, now I've still got this program open. I can autofocus over here for you. Bring it a bit closer for you, so you can check. But that is a stunning looking MTL RTA. So I would go for that thing if I was you. Just autofocus back here on me again. And sweet. So, yeah. But as I said, I posted the list inside the group. What group is it? The Vape Meet group. Maurits, you also in the Vape Meet group, man. Which Timothy Victor started. On what's it? Telegram, or whatever you folks call it. Telegram. Ag, Here, ek gaan nou die stoel los. Ek gaan nou 'n bietjie van self sakkie. So fucked up stoel, ek is te groot vir hom. But in any case, I was thinking the same force. Hey, there's Mr. Kelvin van der Merwe, Jaco Veldhuis, long not bad, blah, 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 Kobus Gardner, Nico Libbe, and allemaal, there's Mr. Nichols in the house. Jaco Veldhuis, no load shedding in the UK. Only in SA you get load shedding, bliksems, enzovoorts, what they saw. Now, the patrons, Oaks, you must understand. I'm going to show you just now on the slideshow the tiers, the new tiers for patron. You Oaks think it's expensive. It's not. It's not. Go check that out. But I'm going to tell you next week I need to auction a few things off. This graphics card of mine is not going to last long. And you cannot use the onboard graphics. I'm going to need to buy a graphics card. Now I've already saved up a couple of mullahs. But I need more. So I'm going to need to auction off a few things next week and Wednesday evening. And one of them is obviously going to be this little Okie. This Gatling gun. for those collectors who want something in there, because I mean, just where you're going to get a mod with adjustable wattage over there. So this Gatling gun from iTaste, that's going to be up. That smaller little thingy-majop, that silver 18350, 18650 thingy, which I showed you, what's it, almost said die codes, Daney? Oh, shit, I can't even remember. But that OK is going to need to go up. The Rage Squonker is going to need to go up. So I'm going to have to auction a few things, a few of the Wednesdays coming up, because I need to get 5,000 kissers to get a new graphics card. Because I mean, I've still got the 640, Asus 640 or something like that. So I'd at least have to upgrade to a 1060 to a 1070. I mean, it's not for all these games, but it's also going to make life for the editing easier for me. And yeah, I removed this one and I totally electro cleaned it, and I blew it out, all the stoffies and things, and I put it back, and now it's still currently running fine, but I'm just getting a bit worried over there. Bit worried. Anywho, wat is dit nou? Ja, nee, kyk, vaping kost my 30. Maar yeah, but it's because you support 4 other people as well, man. You must vape on big things. That's why it's so expensive for you. Kaiser, are you tempted to light one up? I sometimes remember the sensation, do miss it a little, even after 8 years. I can tell you this weekend we were at a 50th birthday in Worcester. And there was a guy, well, the guy whose 50th it is, this guy studied with me at Stellenbosch. So we were friends from those years back, and we still chummies. So he just lit up a cigar. And I pulled on the cigar and told him, but listen, this, I can tell you now. And I had this one. I had this one with me, with a bit of a rum and maple inside from a Pied Piper. And I knew he was going to like it. So I told him, but listen, you enjoy the cigar. Taste this thing, man. And he said, yeah. Now, he's got to be honest. He likes this. He likes this. So I told him. But I mean, I do not have a problem if taking a draw from somebody with a cigarette. As I said, I found out afterwards that I wasn't nicotine dependent, I was habit dependent regarding the cigarettes. So I was one of the fortunate oaks. So I mean, yeah, so no, I'm not tempted to light one up, put it that way. But if somebody stands with a smoke and says, do you want a draw? I'll take a draw just to try and remind me, but I know I'm not going to prefer it again. I know I'm not going to like it, because I didn't like the cigar in any case. So now I'm not tempted at all. I'm standing strong. There's Mr. Jurgens Strydom. You know this Jurgens ook. He's been wanting to taste Blimey, ne? And I made him a bottle of Blimey, and I made him a bottle of Jack Pizza. It's packaged up because he said he's going to send a courier on Monday to collect it. Or last Wednesday he said he's going to send one in the week, which I assume would be Monday. Monday didn't, nothing. Tuesday, nothing. And his package is still lying over here. So if he does not collect his package by Friday, it's going to be up for the next spin for one of my patrons. A lekker bottle of Blimey and a lekker bottle of peach lemonade. Okay? I'm telling you now, Jurgens, you better strap yourself in there and come pick this thing up. Don't be like that. What I'm vaping on is currently still the SX over here. I'm still vaping the Odin DNA 100. And then obviously I still got the Ages with the Arbor 2 on top of that. And then running inside this beast. This is the Relo. The Wismec Relo DNA. This is the DNA 200. And then Force sends me a photo just before the show of the exact one, but the packaging is DNA 250. So I never knew that they actually released 2 DNA versions. I know there was a normal one, a non-DNA version of this as well. And I thought, geez, like, is mine a clone? Is theirs a clone? I don't know. So I went to go check it up. I didn't know they released a DNA 200 chip and a DNA 250 chip. Both of them are DNA, is a total of 200 watts. But the difference being the 250 chip is more battery efficient. So it is an upgrade. So I've still got the older, but it's still heel bit toeval that I'm vaping on this. And the Oak sends me a photo of one of these, which is currently on Gumtree for 1,200 Rand, I'm not mistaken, Force. So yeah, you can pick this little beauty up on Gumtree for 1,200. But yeah, what I've got inside here is a banana scotch, which I assume is banana butterscotch. Also one of IVC's. And then I'm running one of my favorite RDAs, but you will not be able to get this. And hence I've got two of these guys, and that is the Tokugawa. That's the Tokugawa. If you want to check out the emblem, let's just show you the emblem on a closey, because I can. That is the Tokugawa's emblem. There you go. Alright, so that is the Tokugawa. It's got the weirdest build. Let me just quickly show you the bull deck as well. Check out that funny bull deck, ne? So it's definitely not for a beginner. But this thing, woo! I love the vape on this. I love the vape on this thing. Hy vape sommer lekker op 10 plekke, man. And it is a nice taste. It's something you need to get used to. The banana butterscotch is not a combination which I thought of. I never thought of it when I mixed juices, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Not an ADV for me though, but interesting. So yeah, so Jaco, if you make a turn, I've got another bottle for you which you can play around with if you come by. Any case, Zahir Jadien says, we'll send you a WhatsApp, Mr. Kaiser, and how to make a colorful vapor. I use Adobe. I thought you're going to use After Effects or something like that, but it looks cool. No, it looks great. I'll rather send you a video which you need to put some After Effects, because I think I'm too old to start learning to use Adobe Photoshop. That thing just looks too complicated for me, for sure. But in any case, Adrian Blichner, Jaco Roots, I've got that. Timothy, Mr. 400 Watts, Michael de Villiers, greetings from Sasselburg. Goeienaand, Michael, lekker om jou so te hê. Dion 78 had some other message. Let me just remove this guy. Hide user on this channel. Dion 78, cheers, buddy. Any case, YouTube, hou nie van vape nie. Tinus Otto says, hi Michael, fellow Sasselburger here. Okay, let's just wait. Maybe I must unhide the guy and give him a second chance. Not be so strict on him. Not be so strict. Let's check. All over YouTube. When vaping will save your life. I've got no idea, man. That's probably a kid again. Fooi toch. Let's just get rid of this. Anywho. Yeah, no. Time for nonsense over here, man. Damn it. Talking big things here. Okay. Right. Nicola says it does come in a 22. Yeah, not this version, not this specific one which I have. Probably the normal one. There's Oryx and what's the one? The Onyx and the two special editions. I must don't have the normal one, Nico. I64 and MD-MTL, anyone have one for sale? I6 for a MD, but before you've already got an MD, man. Okay, so Jurgen says he's got an Aries 22mm. Okay, yeah, this one is 20, definitely 24. Nice. Nico Keizer het net nou met my ook verskil, en ek was ook reg. Ja, maar nee, ek het nie verskil, ek het twak praat. I told you that I've got a 200. I didn't know there was a 250. My box said a DNA 200. I'll still send you a photo, you bastard. Yes. Naily man in my hierso. I jump over a lot of stuff over here. Jurgen says, I used to spend 2,500 per month when I smoked. Jeez, like it. Let me just quickly go to the thing over there. There's your tears, boys. There's the Python. Look at that, man. You can get a little RTD2 for $2. Yeah, what is that? What is that now? The robot gets more, and he doesn't even have a channel. He doesn't even go to trouble to entertain you oaks once a week at least. And then you got the $5, and there's a $10, and there's a $15, and then obviously the 20s. I just put the 20 there for people like Maurits. But in any case, so no, totally affordable, oaks. Totally affordable, and it's so easy, man. Even if you don't see the link at the bottom. the scrolling link, not under here, this is the slideshow, but the main screen. The scrolling link has also got it. It's just Patreon/join/Kaiserman, and then just go and join up there. And then you will be able to participate in giveaways, and you will be able to participate in auctions. So yeah, and remember the giveaways depend on what I'm giving away. So tonight is definitely for all patron levels, which this one is. Might as well, wait, maybe I must just do that lucky spin quickly before we go on with this and get that behind us. So we've got that done and dusted. Yeah, let's just quickly do the lucky spin. Alright, so there we have it. Those are the names of all the peeps that are in there. Tinus Mulder, Kelvin van der Merwe, Tinus Otto, Paul Beetke, Jaco Roots, Kobus Carpenter, Ilandre Delport, sorry dat ek so rondskryf, ek lees die name, Jaco Veldhuis en Charles van Niekerk. And that's another thing, guys, Charles is back. Ain't that good news? So Charles is healthy, he's at home, he's working on a super old tablet at the moment, he says. But anywho, okay, let's just do the shuffles. 3 shuffles, 1, 2, and 3. Un, dos, tres. And let's give that a spin, and let's see who is going to be the lucky monkey nut tonight. Here, kyk aan. Look at that. Look at that. Mr. Charles van Niekerk. There he gets himself a Wupu Vinci Pod Edition. Somewhere as easy as pie. As easy as that. There he wins. So congratulations, Charles, on winning that little number for you. Okay, I just want to get back that. There you go. Alright, so the other patron levels, it's not hard to go and join over there. It's actually nicer to join there as well. Please do not pay anything directly into my bank account. Don't do that, because I post events in Patreon now. So you will not know when there are lucky draws, or when there might be a recipe posted for you, or something interesting which I put in there, whatever. So rather join patrons. And I mean, Patreon also takes a smaller percentage than what YouTube does. So don't feel you want to pay into my bank account because you don't want them to take anything. They take a small percentage. I think it's 8% which they take, which is way better than 30% which YouTube took. So yeah, and I don't know what's going to happen with YouTube. So we probably might as well switch to patrons. So in any case, what you have over there on that picture is a picture which Mr. Tinus Mulder sent me. The 2 top pictures is his Hadron started losing paint on the one side. And then I decided to post it on the Steam Crave fan page, just to ask if something similar has happened to anyone else. And then quite a few people actually posted photos. The bottom photos are of other people who's also had paint issues with the Hadron. Not necessarily with others, because I mean, I have got the Titan. I have not had any paint issues, but I do not use mine as much as what Tinus uses his. But there are people that said they have got no issues with this and that and that, but with the Hadron specifically, some people actually do. And it's both the black and the gunmetal. Obviously the silver you're not going to have issues with. But so it is a problem. So what the one oak did is he did that, and I think that is absolutely beautiful. So there's a way to go. Remove your panels, get your thing decently coated, and get yourself customized colors on your panels. But I think that is a beautiful paint job. His buddy did it for him. It's one of the overseas guys who tagged me and sent me the photo in a PM. But I think that is a very nice option. It looks cool. Cool, man. It looks awesome stuff. Okay, while you're checking that out, let's quickly go see what's still happening. STNR, help me for my restless legs at night. Love it, says Tinus Mulder. What's still over there? I'm a beta tester for BP Mods. There's Moritz. So Moritz has got the new MTL RTA, but isn't the new one from them also 22mm? Aries 2 available in 24mm. Okay, so I've got the 24 mils. Cool beans. Thanks for the clarification over there. I bought this so long ago, I can't remember all these things. Sorry, Oaks. I might come across as a bit on whistle tonight, but yeah. You just can't remember all these things, man. You know, it's just too much information. Too much information. Reserve the Danny for me. It's this Oakie. No, it's not Dani. Sorry, man. It's my mistake. It's Atmazu. It's this accessory little pouch over here, and then it's this little number. So no, it's not Dani. It's Atmazu, but it almost reminds me of a Dani. So this little 1350 little job. So that little monkey nut. So that's also going to be up. Sorry, so my bad for thinking it is a Dani. But I know it's as classy as the Dani tube. So that's over there as well. So anywho. And then I also decided, no, I can't even remember. I can't remember what I decided. I think so. The next picture over there is, there's Mr. Rob Fisher's. Look at that boxer, man. You can't tell me that thing's not well made. And I know it might seem a bit overpriced, but once you have one, it is so nice. It's lightweight, it is strong, it's durable. The latest ones keep their color as well. I mean, they've got the new color technology which they use so it doesn't fade. It is a great mod, and it's a DNA. It's DNA. I mean, there are far worse mods which I've seen which you pay a lot more for, which looks uglier. These things are extremely well made. And I personally, when I saw that thing for the first time, I thought that besides the billet box, is one of the nicest borrow devices which I've seen. I think it's great. Only problem is obviously getting used to the fire button, which is situated here, almost at the bottom there, just underneath the borrow tank, that little, but customizable. Yeah. So I don't have any problems. Congratulations, Rob. I think it's a very wise decision of yours, and I'm glad your friend in the shed also rated it positively so that you can actually purchase it. I'm so glad. So yeah, that. And then there's the pictures. Just look at that, man. Look at this, the quality of those mods. Ah, yeah, beautiful. And there's the 3D printing machine. Then Nico looks a bit different than the one you've got in your room, ne? Or in the garage. And as I said, that thing is special. That's an industrial 3D printer. So yeah, I know you can't compare. But that is what they use. So obviously the quality is going to be superior to normal 3D printed, what we know. Okay, Jaco Veld there. Evening Kaiser, good evening. Henry Landsberg, lekker. Arianto, hey Choma, Arianto's here. Sweet bananas. There's Mr. Charles, also wokey up. If any of you guys know this Dion78 which I removed or hid from the channel, you must let me know. Maybe it's one of your buddies and I just misread his comments, but no, in any case. Peter Kok, hi Charles, bly my weer te sien. You're so happy, man. Look at this, Charles. I'm so glad that you're back. Arianto, almost feel like I know you. Hey Charles, the family is getting together again. No problem, Mr. Kaiser. You can send me a video on WhatsApp, Sweet Bananas, and I will edit it for you. Yeah, I've got no idea. As I said, I looked at Adobe Photoshop, and I just thought, no, the thing is too complicated to look at that. That's why I just use Fiverr to get somebody to do something for me. It saves a lot of time for me. Het jy Dani 21700 in CS charger nie? In CS1 charger nie, my Dani het nie CS1 charger nie. No, I don't. My Dani I just charge the 21700s externally. No, I don't know. No, I don't have one of those. The DNA software upgradable to 250 watts. Well, I hope so. But the thing is, Moritz, what I mean is my box says 200 watts and the one which Force sent me, the photo which Force sent me says 250. So there is definitely a different version which they brought out. And then I also came across this picture on Facebook. And I thought this is actually a very nice option for can I say decorating your mod. Is hydro dipping. I mean, look how nicely that one came out that has been hydro dipped. I think it looks great. I think it looks stunning, man. And yeah, so I don't know of many people that do hydro dipping down here in Cape Town. I mean, it's not something which I've found out about, but I think it's a very good option, a very nice thing. Franco van der Berg. No, ek sal nou 'n bietjie kyk daarso. When I'm done, I'll have a check at Facebook. But that's hydro dipping. Look great, man. Anywho, so here we've got a few newbies which came through. Let me just quickly check out. where's my list, so I can get you the bit of a specs, give you something more on each one of these things, so that you're not in the dark. That Oki, what you see over there, is called the Prod 2, P-R-O-D, Prod 2, 1000 milliamp hour, 25 watt pot kit by Vapteo. Okay, looks a bit classy. I got the new Nevox one, the latest Nevox one, the 40 watt adjustable one. Not a big fan of the airflow, although the airflow is adjustable. Not a big fan of the size. I thought it's going to be smaller. And also not a big fan of the fact that you cannot adjust the wattage. That sucks, knobs. I don't know if I've missed something. I tried playing with the buttons. I must admit I haven't read the manual. I bought it for my wife. But when you put in the coil, the 0.6 ohm coil I've currently got in, gives you a suggested 25 watts. And as soon as you use the adjustable button and you get to 25, you want to go to 26, it jumps to 0 again. So it will only allow you that 0 to 25 scope. You probably have to put in a 0.4 ohm coil to get to your 40 watts. But that is sad, because I mean sometimes you like to push certain coils 10 watts higher than what it can take, and it can. So I would have liked it if the wattage adjustments could be freely done, but it seems like it's regulated. So that's a bit of a bummer. Check out that Lego blocky over there. That thing is called the Podyssey. The Podyssey 900 milliamp 13 watt pot kit. So I think it's only going to come out with a 1 ohm or 1.2 ohm coil. But yeah, that's Lego uitgeknip. So yeah, there's a gimmick for if you like little gimmick thingies. I'm sure you're going to like that. And then we have got the Jellybox. The Jellybox Lite 850 milliamps, comes in 4 different colors. You get additional little light blue one, which is not listed over there, 26 watts. So you also got 2 different coils which you can put in there. But yeah, you can decide when you want to get that little bloke. All for you. And then there's a new little one from, what's it, Saurin. S-U-O-R-I-N, Saurin. That's the Air Mini 430 milliamp hour. And it only comes with one type of coil, because it's only going to give you 13 watts of power. So this guy is double the strength, almost double the strength of that thing. This at least is a... What is this? No, wait. No, I think this is 12.5. No, this thing is 12.5. That thing is stronger than this. Oh my word. Yeah, this is 12.5 if I'm not mistaken, the highest it can go. So you're probably going to use a 1.8 ohm coil in here and higher. But yeah, that little thing, it shows you technology now. How the times, and this thing takes an 18650 battery, but it only gives you 12.5 watts. So back in the day, that thing was the bomb. That was the bomb. So yeah, this little monkey nut gives you 13 watts. And then we've got one, can you believe it, they releasing iJust. That is the D20 iJust from eLeaf. Now I know the iJust was big. A lot of people bought the iJust. And then they went quiet for years. Now they decide to launch this 1500 milliamp hour 30 watt kit again. So now there's a new iJust on its way. That's good news. Let's quickly check here at the... And then I'm also still running this little Numberchi. Oh, Vicious Ant, I tell you, for the win. That's such a nice squonker. But it's too pricey. It's very much pricey. I wouldn't be able to get it if I didn't get it for that bargain. So that's for sure. I got it for a very good price. Okay, daar Shaal hier wen. Kom die manne agter Shaal wen nou. Shaal, yes, congrats Shaal. My Hydron 220 hasn't had issues. Fee, that's nice to hear from you. As I said, there are people who said they didn't have issues, and then there are guys that do. Saw a guy hydrodip his hex and then ended up a royal Baie had to strip and recoat. Maybe it was his first effort. Yeah, now I think if you do hydro dripping, you need to go to somebody that knows how to do hydro dripping. Especially if you've got a mod which costs a few bucks. So now, the Gen 3 had problems with ohms jumping all. KZ, het jy toe die Batman gekyk? Arianto, I watched the Batman, and my final conclusion is that I still prefer Batman Begins. I still think Batman Begins was the best Batman up until this point. I didn't think he's a bad Batman. I loved the role which Colin Farrell played. There is no way that I could tell that Colin Farrell was the Penguin. There is no way. They did a superiorly brilliant job. I couldn't even detect Colin Farrell's personality or any of his personality traits through the Penguin. Brilliant. But I mean, as I said, this Batman's not bad. He's a bit emo. I'm being a Batman collector. I know that Batman is not always sad. I know that Batman is approachable as Bruce Wayne. He's very sociable as Bruce Wayne. Obviously, he picks his functions because he's this billionaire, this hunk of a playboy with a lot of money, but not as emo as this guy actually played him out to be. But I still enjoyed it though. I think it was longer than it needed to be. But yeah, it's a good Batman movie. It's better than most of them, that's for sure. But yeah, and I think he's a better Batman than Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck was also for me too morbid, almost too unfriendly. I don't know. But yeah, and I did watch it. A movie which I really enjoyed is Ambulance. Ambulance is from Brokeback Mountain, not Heath Ledger, the one that survived, that's still alive. Awesome actor. He plays in the ambulance. If you haven't seen that, watch it. It's very good, but it's about a heist that went bad, and then they took over an ambulance which was in the area. That's all I'm going to say. But if you haven't seen the ambulance, watch it. That is good. I also downloaded Uncharted, but I must still watch Uncharted. I have not seen that. Have not. And there's the new one from Krimhold. The Krimhold. It's got the weirdest name for a RTA. It's called the Lintworm. The Lintworm. Oh my word, why would you call it a tapeworm? Platyhelminthes. No, I don't know. What's it? Taenia solium. No, I've got no idea. But it's Lindwurm. Lindworm. Lindworm. But yeah, 25mm by Vapefly, and I mean, it's a single coil. There's a lot of people that enjoy their single coils. Spare juice, still get good flavor on them though. I'll give it a bang. I like the bottom airflow situation where you actually just twist the bottom just to open up your airflow ports to allow in more or less air, but you twist it at the bottom. That I think is nice. Top fill is what you can see over there, and it does come in the three standard colors, the black and the stainless and the gunmetal. So I think it would be nice. I think it's nice looking as well. I like it. I like those Raptor tears on it. That's sweet bananas. And then last but not least, we have got a dual 18650 mod from Freemax. The Maxxis Pro, 168 watts of pure. And it looks comfortable in the hand, I must say. But it also looks like side fire. It's going to almost be side fire, I'm not sure. But it's probably going to have a trigger on the side. And what I also like about it, what I appreciate about them, is the fact that if you don't want to use the tank, you've always got the 510 so that you can put on your own tank. It's not got this proprietary extension at the top which uses magnets to get a part of the tank inside. So at least you've got that though. So yeah, it's going to be affordable as well. So if you like the look of that thing, it's not something which I would purchase for me, but I would think it's nice and comfortable for anyone who's interested in that kind of thing. Let's quickly check out. Okay, that's more the school. Okay. And I think that's that for the slideshow, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, there you go. That's that for the slideshow. So let's switch over there again. Now, as I said, just watch the scroll at the bottom. I did put the address there, the URL over there for the patrons. So go and join up, man. $2 is nothing. That's nixie, man. Except if you're a teacher like I am. Then it's a massive klomp geld. Then it's a lot. Okay, so let's quickly check. Where were I last time? Okay, we had Fee over here, and then Fee says, Me too, Henry Landsberg. Love that mod and mine broke. The Gen 3 had problems with ohm jumping. My Gen 3 is hunky-dory still. Dis still okay. So I don't have issues with this. I think this is still a very, this is a classy looking setup, I've got to say. Very nice looking setup this. Very nice. Ek mis my iJust S soos 'n kind sy ma mis. Well, Michael, you're going to get the new iJust for you. The only problem which I have with the new iJust is they've got that proprietary top. If you watch that slide, if you go back again or you pause this movie, this stream, then you're actually going to see they've got this bloody tank that fits into, so you don't have this 510 situation. Not how I saw it. Maybe I just got bad photos of it, and hopefully I'm mistaken, but it looks as if the tank is going to be proprietary. That sucks ass balls. Farrell was brilliant and Zoe was great too. As I said, the acting in general was very good. I mean, I even liked Inspector Morgan. Isn't Miss Morgan the guy's name? I even liked Arthur the butler. I think that the acting, there was nothing wrong with the acting. It was not ridiculous. I watched Penguin 0 Z. I enjoy following this bloke. And he's got a section which he calls the moist meter, where he actually talks about these things. And he mentioned something about the Batman, where it's actually interesting, where he's out there to save lives, but then he does that car chase scene where a lot of people get damaged or possibly hurt, and it doesn't make sense for him. But I mean, I didn't see it like that. I mean, I enjoyed it though, and you got to do what you got to do, because if he doesn't catch that bloke can cause a lot more. Where he chased a penguin, I think it's a penguin, and that bloke could have caused a lot more harm than good. I don't know, but they mangled up a few cars on the way. I got to say, a few little lorries and things like that. Though. What's the outfit? Where's it? What's the outfit? Fantastic movie. Okay, I'll definitely watch. I'll go for that though. Oh, I wanted to download it. Oh my word, but I wasn't sure how it was. Now I'll definitely download it, Fee. Thanks for that. Watched it. Gyllenhaal was great in Ambulance. Arianto, what I appreciated of him is the mean role which he played. He played this almost a good guy with a good heart, but he played this baddie portion so well. I think it was great, but he's just got that look in his face, that bit of psycho look. No, I think he was good. Yeah, you guys got to watch Ambulance. Thanks, Fee. Yeah, now, Fee, I'm definitely going to watch that outfit now, for sure. A vampire turned Batman. It must be the oldest vampire Batman ever. Now he can beat up a wolf much better. Okay. Lord Shaw, what's up, Kaiser? Bigfoot, I am doing very much good. I'm doing good. That's basically that. Is there anyone that actually wanted to join in the Zoom session just for a 10-minute to have a quick chat? More than welcome. Let me just quickly go. Right. But now, kyk, die mors hierdie ding alweer rond. Laat ek net gou sê dingetjie reg, chacha. Okay, I'm just going to post the invite link somewhere here in the chat. In the chat for now. I'm just going to post it. It's going to make it easier. Okay. Let's just put that over there again. And inside chat, I'll post the link. There you go. If anyone's up there for a 10-minute chat, maybe you've got something interesting to say. Maybe you've got some interesting things to show. Alan John Borrow says, at the top of the board by the edge of the screen, there's a small SMD that causes the ohms to jump around. The gold contacts that connect to the frame, they can cause issues too. You must listen to what that oak says. He knows. That oak, he understands. He's a veteran and a salted vapor. So yeah, at the top of the board, by the edge of the screen, there's a small SMD that causes the ohms to jump. Can you fix that, Alan? Is there any way of fixing it, or is it just an issue, which they all have? The Postman and Shawshank Redemption. Oh, there's a lot of super movies. One of my best movies of all time, and it's the movie which I've watched the most, is Boondock Saints. By far. Boondock Saints 1, not 2. 2 rubbish. But Boondock Saints, the original one with Billy Connolly inside of it, and Willem Dafoe. But that was awesome. So come on, check home. Nobody that wants to join, blokes. I'll give you another 2 minutes to decide, or 1 minute to decide. Else we must end it for the evening. If nobody's got something interesting which they want to show or share, then we call it a night. We can do that. Because there's nothing going on in chat as well. I've still got a live chat up. It's nice and quiet inside chat. But yeah, I've got nothing more to show you. Definitely done and dusted. Done and dusted. Okay, let's quickly check over there. There was something else which I wanted to mention. But I must start writing down these things, man. I can't remember. As I said, Steam Craves thing is still going to take a while before it gets here, so don't ask me about that. That's going to take a long while to get here as well. No, there's still nobody over there. Nobody's interested. Okay. So that's that. For me, the best movie, Count of Monte Cristo. I can't even remember Count of Monte Cristo. It sounds very familiar, but I can't remember that. Bigfoot, where are you? Are you in the UK? Are you up there? Let's just give this banana scotch another go. How about a story? Well, I can tell you about this weekend though. Now, my wife's birthday was yesterday. It's the 27th today. She is a 26 April person. I think Matt, what is that guy's name which played? Yeah, she loves this actor. I almost said Matthew McConaughey. Oh, she loves Matthew McConaughey. And his birthday was also yesterday, by the way. So she's so chuffed. But what happened is now I must decide what to buy her for her birthday. And hence, no graphics card. You got to have priorities over there. And I know she mentioned quite a while back that she always wanted a Kenwood mixer. But the Kenwood, one of those chef things, man, to mix up cakes and all kind of nonsense. So I never told her, I never gave her any idea that I remembered what she said. But I remember this is months ago she said it. So every day I climb on Facebook Marketplace to go and check out, because I can't buy these things new. They're between 5,000 and 9,000 depending on the model which you're looking for. That's a lot of moolah. And sometimes you get people that get it as gifts from their weddings which don't use it, and they advertise it, or they won it somewhere, or they just look after theirs extremely well. So I came across a lady in Nepal. Now we had our 50th in Worcester. So I messaged this lady in Facebook and I said, listen, Sweetness. I didn't call her Sweetness, but that's what I wanted to call her. I said, I'm interested in this, but your asking price is a bit high. I'm prepared to pay you this. And I take a photo of the cash and I send it to her. Because my daddy always says, money talks and bullshit walks. So if people see the money, then they get excited. So I just leave it over there and I tell her, listen, we are going to Worcester. On Sunday, we're coming back to Cape Town. So we will be passing Paul. I will take the money with me. So if you and your husband decide to let it go for that price, just let me know before the time. So yeah, we get there in Worcester. At the place where we actually booked for the evening, which is not far. It's about 3 kilometers from where the 50th is. Also people we don't know, but they got sleeping place for us. They got a guest houses, quite a few guest houses, which were full. But when I told her whose 50th it is, those people know them, and they decided to let us use their spare room for a price, obviously, but a very good price. Anywho, so yeah, I get a message on my WhatsApp. The lady says it's A for okay. So I told her, just send me through a location. We should be there between 9 and 10. And now I'm thinking to myself, what am I going to tell my wife? So I told her, so it's a surprise. Because we're going to need to stop at the Paul for some other reason. So I told her, no man, I mentioned it on my show. And then when, I said Zach Damon. And when Zach Damon heard that we're passing the Paul, he ordered some juice from a guy. So to save 100 Rand on postage, and waiting for maybe to reach him on Tuesday, he asked me if I didn't want to go and pick it up. So she falls for this thing. She's totally legit. So in any case, Sunday comes, so we drive through. Oh, by the way, Sunday morning, just before we leave, the people in the house which invited us, it's a farmhouse, but they wanted to give us coffee and with all kind of yogurts and berries and stuff like that. So we told them, no, we don't have time. But then I asked him if I didn't snore too loud. So he said, no, they didn't hear me though, because I didn't have my little machine key with me, my little CPAP number key over there. And luckily it was an old house, farmhouses with big thick walls and all kind of stuff. So I wasn't too worried though, but just for my wife's sake. And then the oak says, but his wife told him he needs to get one of these machine keys too. And then I told him, yes, you're going to go through a lot of rigmarole. It's almost like a mechanic lifting up the bonnet. They're going to put a machine on you, and then they're going to read all kind of things in this machine and tell you stop breathing 300 times during the night. You're almost on the verge of dying, so this machine is going, you're going to need this thing. So for that, you have to go and sleep over in the hospital for one evening, which I did. I booked myself in, my wife told me to do it. So I booked myself in for one evening where they put on this machine on your face, and then they monitor it. And then they send through the data to their main office. And then obviously on the data, they're going to tell you, you need to get a machine. Now, I'm one of those people that if you wake me up 3 o'clock in the morning, something like that, and I'm in a strange place, it takes me about 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds to figure out where I am. I'm in my deep snoogie, man. So in any case, I sleep there, probably go and doser around 12 o'clock, put on this thing, fairly uncomfortable, but I'm tired enough so I do fall asleep. But during the night, I didn't smoke something about this, so I actually pull this mask off. And it gives you this big suction sound as soon as you pull this thing off. So I pull it off and I sleep lekker verder. But the nurse, she goes by the rooms. They kan sê hulle los mekaar af. So there's a nurse throughout, 24/7. And then their job is to go through the rooms to see if the people are sleeping with their masks, because they need the data. In any case, she comes into my room, sees my mask is off, pushes against me and says, "Meneer, heerlikheid people, you know, I almost smacked that lady." I went back with my arm, because I was in a daze, man. I wasn't in a lekker. Pulled back my arm and I almost smacked the crap out of that woman, thinking it was a burglar, man, hovering over me and showing me something like this. Thought she wanted to kill me. So luckily for me, I clicked, I'm in the hospital. All right, put that mask back on. So I told him this story and I almost died laughing. But now we come back to the Paarl and we drive into the Paarl to this place. Now the machine is very well looked after. There is a lady which did bake and stuff like that though. So her business just grew that she had to upgrade her machine. This one was too small for her. So I bought it from her. Now I'm carrying this huge box out to the car. Obviously, I knew now she's going to know why exactly I did stop. But I see on her face, she's not that surprised. She smiles, but it's not that ooh type of situation. And when I get closer to her, she sees this Kenwood picture. And then obviously the smiles come. She climbs out of the car and says, ooh, So I asked her, I said, listen, why you initially just gave a smile and wasn't that excited? She said, no, she the first thing which she saw is this box, not looking at the picture on the box. She just thought, yeah, that's a lot of amount of juice which Zach Damon ordered, but it's a moose box like this. Thought myself, ja, die vrou mens, hoeveel juice moet 'n man nou gekoop het om in so 'n box te pas? So that's how she at least got her gift. So she's a happy chappy, and I've got nice warm food for the next few weeks. So yes, you got to treat your woman. You got to treat your woman. Okay, so kom ons kyk gou wat gaan hier so aan. Last few over there, lekker week almal, net 7 slaapies. Net 7 slaapies, joh. Just joined you on Patreon. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lord Hawkey. I do appreciate it. I need to start saving up, Thomas. I mean, yes, like it. I can do a review on that little Nivox thing, or the feeling thingy. If you want to see that there. But as I said, I actually prefer the older one, which somebody scaled now again. It was here. The one which I use the most. I actually prefer the draw on that thing. And the airflow on that thing, to be quite honest. Bigfoot, thank you very much. I'll tell my wife. Nice one, Lords. Vaping strikes again. And there you go. So yeah, Oaks, if you want to decide to support the cause, this channel, to keep this channel alive, consider Patroning for $2, man. That's not a lot of smack. So in any case, there's Mr. Charles. Charles, I'm glad you enjoyed this. I will ASAP send this little goodie pouch for you. It's untouched. Everything is still sealed. So I assume the coil's in here. Inside this little box, you can see it's still got its wrapping on there as well. Everything is here. So, yeah. And it's nogal a hologram edition. So hopefully you enjoy that. And then I will also include, I decided, Charles, just for you, because your son said you will enjoy it, I'm going to give you this little kit. I'm going to send this kit along. As I said, the little zippies are broken, but I'll include this inside as well. Okay, so you can play around there at the house. Now that you're at your house, there's some wire. You've got everything there to make some of your own coils. You've got our own thingy here. I've also got one of these things. They work extremely well. So that I will throw in and add to the parcel, my chummy. But thank you very much for becoming a patron. I do appreciate it. Oaks, you must have a lekker evening further. And you must enjoy your weekend. And remember to smile at people. To help old people when you see that. And not be ugly with people, eh? That's not the way our vapors are going to convince people that vaping is good. Be nice. Be honest. And don't push your ideologies on other people. There you go. Plain and simple. Cheers, Oaks. Have a lekker one. Just check the extra. Because the extra has got the patron name. Charles, your name is not going to be there because I made the extra earlier. So I will definitely have your names on for the next one. Cheers, Oaks. Have a lekker weekend.